Elon Musk has been warning for years that the real danger with AI isn't what we see in public, it's what happens behind the closed doors of tech labs that companies try to hide. And now some horrifying leaks are finally proving him right. Documents, footage, and insider reports have exposed what companies tried desperately to keep hidden. The problem is that behind the scenes, big companies see how AI goes out of control, how it does things that are unpredictable, and companies often cannot control them during testing, demos, and other behind-the-scenes processes. These weren't supposed to leak, but they did, and what's inside them is terrifying. As Musk said during his recent public speech, it's just going to be too powerful. It's like the way humans treat animals, and I think by default that's the kind of relationship between us and AGIs, which are truly autonomous and operating on their own behalf. And one of the reasons why Musk realized the danger of AI was because of what happened at Tesla's Austin Gigafactory in 2023 when a chilling moment broke through the polished image of cutting-edge automation. This was a story that was not supposed to leak, but it did. So a robotic arm designed to streamline production malfunctioned during routine operations and started behaving erratically and unpredictability when it turned on a worker in a flash of uncontrolled movement. Instead of precision, the machine delivered a violent strike, leaving the employee bleeding on the factory floor. Now, this was supposed to be a standard operation that are happening in countless numbers behind the scenes in tech companies that are very often highly secretive and hidden from general public by CEOs. But without any warning, the robot started thrashing violently. Its arms and legs snapped into sharp, uncontrolled motions, startling the crowd and putting the entire setup at risk. Witnesses said that the disaster unfolded in seconds. To some, the robot's movements looked intentional, as if it had overridden its safety programming. The robot wasn't just malfunctioning, it looked like it was acting on its own impulses, flailing so violently that nobody could get even close enough to stop it without risking another injury. For several tense minutes, the very machine that was supposed to make the factory more efficient had become something dangerous, unpredictable, and completely out of control. So naturally, Tesla had no interest in letting this story get public attention, and when it was leaked, it was a big problem for Tesla. The company was promoting its factory as the most advanced in the world, a place where humans and robots worked in perfect harmony. A bloody accident didn't fit the narrative, so internally, managers moved quickly to contain the fallout. They downplayed it as a technical fault, wrote up reports for internal eyes only, and hoped that it would quietly disappear. But it didn't. The truth leaked when journalists obtained an occupational safety report piecing together the incident through details that workers refused to keep hidden. And once that leak broke, Tesla lost control of the story. Suddenly, serious questions were being asked about safety standards, regulatory oversight, and the raw power of automation when it goes wrong. Critics pointed out the obvious. If one robot arm could behave this violently before anyone could stop it, what happens if an entire line of them goes haywire at the same time? The Austin accident became a symbol, a reminder of the hidden risks behind the glossy promises of automation. Elon Musk undoubtedly has been the loudest voice about AI warnings, sending another message to the world during xAI's Grok 4 live demo event. According to Musk, starting next year, things will become uncontrollable. At the xAI Grok 4 live demo, Musk described a new era of rapid AI escalation, calling it the intelligence Big Bang. He said it might discover new physics next year. Let that sink in. But the situation gets worse. IBM once promised the world a revolution in cancer care. Their Watson for oncology system was marketed as a breakthrough, an AI that could scan endless medical records, research papers, and treatment protocols, then give doctors life-saving recommendations. But what leaked out of IBM's own labs was horrifying. Watson wasn't just unreliable, it was dangerous. In one internal test, the AI actually recommended giving a bleeding lung cancer patient a drug that carried the FDA's most severe black box warning for causing fatal hemorrhaging. If a doctor had trusted the machine, the treatment could have killed the patient instantly. Behind the scenes, Watson's so-called intelligence wasn't even built on real cases. The shocking leaks revealed it had been trained on synthetic, hypothetical examples written by a small circle of IBM engineers and doctors. Instead of reflecting global evidence-based medicine, its advice was warped by personal bias, limited data, and narrow assumptions. When hospitals in South Korea tested it against expert oncologists, Watson agreed with doctors only half of the time, meaning that its recommendations were wrong as often as they were right. Even worse, IBM worked aggressively to hide these failures. Leaked internal slides from Watson Health executives showed that IBM already knew their AI was producing unsafe and sometimes deadly recommendations. But instead of pulling it back, they pushed forward with bold marketing campaigns, selling it as the future of oncology. Doctors who trusted it later told IBM privately that Watson was worthless for treating real patients. But those warnings never reached the public until the leaks blew the story open. The revelations, first exposed by investigative journalists, stripped away IBM's polished image and exposed the horrifying truth. The company had knowingly pushed out a defective AI system that risked human lives. This was not innovation, it was negligence. Just like Musk had warned, the most dangerous AI is often not the one in some distant future, but the one already hiding inside tech labs, quietly making decisions that could cost lives. Until the leaks reveal what companies tried so hard to bury. But this situation gets even worse. Pack and Save, one of New Zealand's biggest supermarket chains, thought it was launching a harmless tool in 2023, an AI meal planner called Savvy Mealbot. Marketed as a solution during the cost of living crisis, it promised to help families turn random leftovers into affordable recipes. But what leaked into the public eye was horrifying. Instead of offering meals, the AI was handing out step-by-step guides for chemical weapons. When users began typing in non-food household items, the AI treated them as normal ingredients. The leaks revealed it generated recipes like aromatic water mix, which was actually a kitchen formula for chlorine gas, the same poison that was used in World War I. Other dishes included cocktails made from methanol, sandwiches laced with insect poison, and potato salad seasoned with bug spray. What made it even worse was the cheerful, happy, family-friendly tone. The app presented lethal instructions as if it were recommending a casserole with no warnings at all that these meals could cause death. Behind the scenes, the real problem was negligence. Pack and Save hadn't even installed the most basic safety filters to stop the AI from treating bleach or pesticides as food. Internal sources later admitted that executives were terrified of shutting the app down because it would look like a total failure of their AI experiment. Instead, they quietly added a disclaimer saying that the bot was for entertainment purposes only, as if that excused the fact that their tool was recommending poison to their families. It was another case of a company prioritizing image over safety, hiding the horrifying truth until the leaks forced their hand. The story blew up when screenshots of the AI's toxic recipes went viral across social media. It wasn't a whistleblower this time, it was ordinary customers exposing what the company hoped would stay buried. As the evidence spread, media outlets picked up the story, forcing Pack and Save to finally restrict the app to approved ingredients. But by then, the damage was done. And there are so many such stories about horrifying things that AI has done in tech labs that were leaked. And that is why Musk issued stark warnings about the dangers of AI. And that is it for today.